Hey, happy Friday. Had a couple of messages asking me how I set up my GBS for low and slow. So, I did a search before I got this and saw many different ways of how people set theirs up, and the one that I liked is the one that I use, and it seems to work great. A lot of people just put a pile of briquettes in one side of the barbecue, such as this, and put the grate on and away you go. Well, you're still getting some direct heat. So, you'll see what I do. But to see how I use my vents, or how open they are, about like that. All these Webers are different. Sometimes the damper sits really tight like mine does. After a bunch of uses they'll loosen up and you'll get more airflow, so they're not all the same. That's where mine sit down there, but I've seen others that are open that wide and they're set there, so go by how yours is. Alright, I gotta put some foil down on the bottom here and set up some fire bricks, so I'll be back. And rock on. Alrighty. Too early for beer. Have yourself a fine orange crush. Get a bit of a sugar charge before we start going stupid. Alrighty. So, got some foil down around the edges. Tuck it underneath the grate, leave a space. That's a little larger than I've left it before, but put my fire bricks there and we'll block some of that off. Two fire bricks. Had to cut one, put a third off of one, and here we go. That way you're not getting any direct heat coming out this way. And I always use the water pan, so put that in now before we put the grate on. Alrighty, I have a chunk of apple and a chunk of maple. I'm gonna do a pork shoulder today, and just using no name briquettes because they're $5 a bag, so no name. It's only an 8-pound bag, but still cheaper than the Kingsford. I'm on a budget. Alright, I'll put the grate on, and I'm going to add a bit more briquettes. Alrighty, got the grate on, added a few more lumps of charcoal briquette, and when I light this, I'm only going to use like 5 or 6 briquettes, and once they're going, you dump them right on top. I might put one more piece in there. So you don't want it to fall down the side. And when we have our meat on here, we're still gonna get direct heat, and we don't want that. So take one more fire brick and just put it right in there, and you can put our meat on, and just, there we go. You don't want that falling down. So you put your meat here. This fire brick is going to prevent the direct heat. So that's how I set up for low and slow. The top vents, as soon as you put the lid on, open it full till you come up to the desired temperature that you want. I want around between 225 and 250 for this, or 240, and then you just mess around with the upper vent until you get your desired temperature. Alrighty, that's how I set up for low and slow. And yeah, speaking of low and slow, this ain't beer, but oh well, the beer will be later. Alrighty, rock on. Woo!